It's not too bad. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Sunday night. Hello, Deb. Thank you for watching, Deb. I was so worried nobody was going to watch tonight. I'm so happy somebody is. Got 7 people watching. That feels kind of okay for a Sunday night. Michelle, thank you for watching. Thank you for following me, Michelle. I saw you sent me a follow. I don't know that we know each other. I don't even know that we're Facebook friends. But I saw you followed me today, and I so appreciate that. I so appreciate you all for watching. I so appreciate the heart that Christine just gave me. That means so much to me. Hello, Deb. Is your husband there? Christine, it means especially much to me because you're probably watching the game. And I could not have planned this game or this show at any better time than I did. Right at the halftime with the Bears winning. What are they winning? 27-21? It feels good. I didn't expect it. Hello, Deb. Hello, Elijah. Hello, Joy. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the loves. Hello, Mr. Wicker. Thank you for watching. It's kind of funny. I've had a stressful day. It's been a good day. It was a good day. I had a great day. All day. I wrote a beautiful post about my mother. Felt really good about myself. Felt really good about my actions. Drove back from Rockford, Illinois, or Roscoe, Illinois, where I was with my sister. Hello, Scott Cooper. I'm going to watch attendance, or not what, viewership nosedive during the game. Got 13, 14 people watching now. I'll have probably 1, or hopefully Scott Cooper will still be watching me at halftime. I hate Aaron Rodgers, you say, Mr. Wickard. I don't hate him. I don't like his hair. His long, straight hair, and granted, I got none. We know I got none. But I don't like the way his hair looks. I think he was better looking with short hair. Just my thoughts. What do I know? Feels so good to be talking to you. I followed you and Anne-Marie, and you guys were a part of the single parents group. Oh, okay, well, that's cool. I appreciate knowing how you know us. You know, single parents group, huh? Well, interesting. I don't want to talk too much about that because we don't want to go there. But yeah, no, it's been interesting. And today was interesting. And this weekend was interesting. And this week's been interesting. And the last 6 weeks of my life, going on the 7th week of my life, have been crazy interesting. And again, I was feeling stressed today. I don't know. Anybody out there else feel stressed? Have you been stressed lately? Do the holidays make you stressed? Hello, Gina. Thank you for staying up and watching. You were supposed to be going to bed. Had people reaching out. I got a bunch of people watching right now. 19 people are watching. It feels good. It's pretty good. But anyway, anyone out there stressed? What makes you guys stressed? I know what makes me stressed. Thank you for that like. Thank you for any loves I get. And thank you for sharing my video. I have actually a few people that are sharing my stuff now, and that feels real good. Their friends might think they're weird and wonder. Totally agree. Rodgers' hair is not to my liking, but each to their own, I guess. All right. Well, Joy, you and I agree with Aaron Rodgers' hair. Where was I? Talking about stress and what makes me stressed, and whether it's a lack of sleep or too much caffeine, or I don't think it's either of those things. I've been doing real well over the last 6 or 7 weeks, and I posted my little story along, fairly openly, fairly honestly, and shared details. Deb, you got your grandkids coming in a few days. You shouldn't be stressed. You should have your Christmas tree up and your lights all set up. And Lanny, hey, I want to say a special shout out to a friend of mine from high school. He was a year or 2 older than me, and, we were on the track team together. I didn't really know him too well, but he was a star athlete, and I want to give him a shout out. Apparently he's got bad case of pneumonia or double pneumonia and isn't feeling real well. So I just want to give him a shout out, throw a prayer towards, may I say your name? Lanny. Lanny's his name. Oh, it got so dark. Horrible lighting in the office at night. I'm going to have to fix that next time I do a nighttime show. But anyway, so Lanny, I'm praying for strength for you, that you get through these hard times. And again, I knew you as a very strong man, so I'm confident you're going to be feeling better soon. So just throw out a little love your way. But I've been stressed today. And it was funny. I was sitting on the couch a few hours ago, and I was feeling the pressure in my chest and feeling anxiety and feeling really crappy, to be honest with you. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I just want you to know if you're stressed at home, you're not alone. It's okay. I get stressed all the time. I used to get stressed and it would bum me out and freak me out, and I'd be bummed for, I don't know, it seems like weeks at a time, and I was scared of life, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night I wasn't sure I'd have anything to say. Now I'm worried I won't be able to shut up. Anyway, I'd wake up in the night and feel like I'm arguing with somebody who was special to me and be scared everywhere I went. And when I got in my car, I'd turn on the music trying to distract my brain, but I'd still be scared, and I'd be fighting through these fights I was having. And somewhere along the line, I'm getting smarter. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out that I'm going to have various emotions. I'm going to have highs and lows and mid-range feelings and happiness and sadness and stress and peace. And it's all okay. It's all part of the stew. It's all part of what makes me who I am. And I was stressed today. I had a good morning, wrote, I thought, a pretty beautiful post about my mother. If you haven't read it, I would recommend you do. I think it's quite nice. Don't want to get into it, but again, I wrote down my feelings. It's funny, I woke up really early this morning, 4 in the morning, haven't been back asleep. Oh, to God, when I'm stressed. You should try to enjoy. I have. I've found myself praying. I've never been a huge believer, but I found myself praying and asking for, just talking. In the middle of the night, I wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, feel a little stressed, and I'll start talking to somebody. Dear God, help me with this. I'm struggling here. I'm dealing with this relationship. I'm feeling all this pressure. I'm anxious. I can't sleep. I'm worried about this, or this. And it feels good to have somebody, listening. And that's kind of why I'm doing this video right now. 4 hours ago, I was sitting on the couch watching, some football game. And I felt the pressure in my chest, and I felt anxiety, and I felt crappy, to be honest with you. And I thought about a couple things I could do, because again, I've been working through stuff over the last 7 weeks. I've been working through stuff for all my life. But I've been going through stuff, especially intense stuff, the last 7 weeks. And it's not coffee with Ken, but I'm going to have a sip of my 7-Up. Whatever you guys are doing, maybe you got a drink in front of you. I bet you some of you might have a beer. I got a 7-Up. Good burn in that 7-Up. But anyway, I was feeling crappy. And it's funny, as soon as I pushed live on this video, I was feeling better. And I want to thank you guys for watching, because I'm doing this video, maybe not for you, it's because I needed to do it. Because I needed to feel a little bit better. Because I needed a boost. And I needed to talk to somebody. Whoa, it's dark. It's got lighter. Still don't like the lighting in here. I think I'm better looking than this in real life, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it feels good having somebody to talk to. And having you guys out there watching and sharing with what I'm going through and sharing how I'm feeling always feels really important to me. And I had a great weekend. Wrote a couple posts about it and thought they were both really good. And that was my dad's birthday, and I went up, celebrated my dad's birthday with my sister and one of my brothers, had a real nice dinner, and got a pretty decent but brief night's sleep. And just was ready to go this morning. And got up at 4 or 4:30 after laying in bed for about half an hour and started kind of working, kind of writing, kind of doing my thing. Drove back here. I had an appointment here. And I think the reason I'm most susceptible to stress when I let outside influences in too much. And I think that happened to me today. And I talked about it a little bit, was it yesterday on Coffee with Ken, that I think it's important to really protect who you are and really protect your heart and your soul and your feelings and your emotions. And I'm always been really sensitive. I cry a lot. Sometimes I'll get mad. Sometimes I'll be really happy. And I think for people like that, if you're around certain environments, let's just say, you can take that on and you can absorb that and you can feel it. And you can lower yourself to the mood that is in the room or the mood of somebody else, or, you can, I don't know what they call it. They call it empathetic, I think, or empath. That sounds so magical. I don't think I'm magical. But I know my mood goes up and down depending on who I'm with. I'm not going to get too specific, Scott, but I'd say a lot of people you hang out with. I think you got to be careful who you're hanging out with and what sort of outside influences. See, environments, people. If you're hanging out in a casino, you're probably going to gamble. You're probably going to drink. Neither of them are real good for you, so maybe don't hang out in a casino too often. If you're hanging out with angry people, I'm doing pretty well, Richard, thank you. You're probably going to feel angry inside, and you're going to feel in conflict, and thank you for the kind words, and it's all COVID related on me and doing some ass kicking. Way to go. Way to go, Lanny. I appreciate that. Hate to see COVID related, but I believe that you're a strong man and you're going to be fine and you're going to get through it. And again, prayers to you. If I wake up at 2 a.m. and I'm stressed and talking to God, I'm going to say, God, help me with my stress and help Lanny. Because we could both use it. Yeah, people can be toxic, Lanny. And people can be good. And people can be encouraging. And people can be kind and sweet. And it kind of runs the gamut. But I don't think you have to hang out with toxic people. And maybe people aren't toxic on their own. But maybe when you throw your own emotions and personality and feelings into the mix of that relationship, things can be toxic. And things can be ugly. And things can be mean. Might not even be two mean people. Although it might be. But when sometimes people that get together, bad things happen. And I'd say avoid bad situations. Like the plague. Because if you're not feeling good, and there goes my lighting. If you're not feeling good with who you are and what you're doing, you're gonna absorb all the crap. And absorb all the ugly influences. To be a believer. He's not gonna answer right away. All right, Joy. Eliminate toxic people from your life as much as you can. Yeah, John. And sometimes, they're close people. And they not even have to be super toxic. But some people just make you feel kind of poopy. Put a frown on your face. And I think life would be so much easier if... I'm not going to go into specifically what happened, Scott, but thank you. If you ever want to talk, I'm always open for coffee, or you can send me a message. I won't talk specifics. But anyway, where was I? Avoiding bad situations and avoiding fights and avoiding conflict. That's something really important to me and something I've realized over the last 6-7 weeks. Started reading a good book today. I'll just bring it out. It's Atomic Habits. And written by this guy, James Clear or something like that. I've only about 40 pages in, but really enjoying it. And I used to be an avid reader and read a whole heck of a lot. And I'm watching the clock because I know the Bears are probably going to kick off or Green Bay's going to kick off. And I don't want to make you guys miss your football game. But I'm feeling better already. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in on a Sunday night. And I enjoy doing these videos. And I enjoy talking to you guys. And I enjoy getting stuff off my chest. And I enjoy sharing my experiences. And enjoy sharing good books I'm reading. Or good things I'm doing. Or good things that are making me feel good. And I don't know what is going to happen to this. I talked about it briefly yesterday. I was riding out to Roscoe to see my family and watch Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. I didn't watch it as much as listen to it. And I'll tell you, I really liked it. I might be vain. I don't know. I've been called worse. I'm vain. But no, I really enjoyed it. And it felt like I was listening to a talk show host or a radio show host. And it might not be anybody's cup of tea or everybody's cup of tea, but it doesn't have to. And I enjoy doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it. And I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but it tends to... Sounds like you've had too much coffee. Well, I wish the best for you, Ken. Okay. No, I haven't had any coffee in hours. I'm having 7-Up, though. I just get excited when I start talking. Where was I? I'm going to keep doing it because it feels good. I think about all sorts of options. I wonder how often you guys would tune in to watch me talk. Would you tune in 3 times a week at 9 o'clock? Seems like a hot time for people to tune in. I think people are kind of winding down, looking for maybe a little entertainment that's not the news, or maybe not the sporting event, or maybe not this. But I really enjoy it. And I wouldn't enjoy it. I was worried when I did this. Nobody would tune in. But hey, Lisa, thank you for watching. Hello, Steve Shatsky. It's so exciting watching people tune in. I got 26 people watching. That's pretty good. Don't you guys have anything better to do than watch me? I guess I don't have anything better to do than talk to my phone. But anyway, it feels good when I do it. And I know as soon as I push live on this phone, I started feeling better. And I started feeling like the stress was melting away. And I'm confident just because I committed to doing this. I was a little nervous, because I didn't know if I'd have anything to say. But apparently I did. And apparently, I don't know the value. There's darkness again. And then there's light. Let there be light. But it feels good for me. And again, I don't know where I'm going with it, but I do know I enjoyed doing it. I do know I really enjoyed listening to me in the car yesterday. And I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought it was a good mix of entertaining and hopefully some positive words or inspiration or personal experiences that I hope you guys can relate to. Because, again, that's what I'm trying to do. I think I have a lot of experiences, good and bad and ugly. And I'm willing to share them, and I have a way to share them that seems to resonate with you guys. And it always feels good to do. And it always feels good, hopefully touch people a little bit, hopefully make people feel a little bit better, make people feel not alone, make people feel like they're part of something, perhaps. And I'm able to do that. And I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys watching. And honestly, without social media and Facebook, it gives me I have a voice, but it gives me a place to air my voice and air my feelings and air what's going on in my life. So I don't want to keep you real long because, again, I know it's Sunday night and the Bears are on, and I don't want you all tuning off to watch the Bears. So I appreciate you for tuning in, but I'm not going to keep you too long. Excuse me. I do appreciate you. I do thank you for watching and being a part of my story and giving me the reason to jump out of the bed in the morning and write some post. Hopefully you guys read it or do a live video, whether it's a cool Naperville event or, something a little more personal like me just sitting in front of the camera, drinking 7-Up and talking. Because it makes me feel good. Hopefully it makes you guys feel a little good. And hopefully it makes you feel a little bit better about your day, maybe knowing you're not alone, because you're not. Because I know, I'm reading people on Facebook, and a lot of people are hello, Kimberly. A lot of people are going through stuff. Lots of people. It's so obvious you can tell when people are going through stuff. I mean, I just come out and tell you, hey, I'm going through stuff. But you can tell when other people are going through stuff. And, I don't want anyone, I'm not trying to laugh at anybody, but just know you're not alone. And that a lot of us are struggling and a lot of us are facing challenges. And my advice would be do good things. I talked about it before. I'll talk about it again briefly. I used to abuse the crap out of alcohol. I drink, 6 to 10 beers every day. It's not healthy for you. Not healthy at all. And about 6 or 7 weeks ago, I decided I didn't want to be a drinker anymore. And I haven't had a sip of alcohol in it'll be 7 weeks on Thursday. So I feel good about that, a little pride in that. And not only do I have more clarity, much more energy and feel, better physically, but I feel proud every day and good about myself and good about the direction I'm going. And I knew, I was doing it for 25 years. I was drinking too much. That's grotesque to even talk about, but I was. And just putting that aside, thank you, Richard. And not identifying myself as a drinker. I was out last night and my dad was having a couple drinks and my brother ordered one and my sister doesn't really drink, but either way, I could have had some and I could have some any day. But I don't want to. And it's been good for me and it's it's given me some energy to be excited and to face some challenges that I don't think could have handled as well as I've done over the last almost, month and a half or so. And without that, and I've talked about it a lot, without that in my life, I think I'm going to be able to move forward and face, some influences that I'd rather not have around, a little stronger and feel a little better about it, and, feel a little more optimistic about my day and what I am doing and shooting these videos and getting off the couch and not laying there all day going, ew, I kind of feel fried out and hungover and crappy, so I'm just going to lay on the couch. And what do you do when you lay on the couch feeling hungover and crappy? You crack a beer, because that clears your head. And that's just such a stupid cycle to be in, and I lived it. I don't want to live it anymore. So I tell you, do something good. You guys know what good is, Do something small. Do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Don't tell me you're going to start after the first of the year. That's so boring. Start tomorrow. You're worth it. It doesn't have to be drinking. I was talking to a guy in a dad's group who maybe's watching right now. And he was talking about some issues he's going through, and depression and anxiety. And I think it sounded like he had a little confidence issue. I had a bunch of thoughts on what he could do. And hopefully he's watching right now. And hopefully something I'm saying is resonating with him. Read a good book. I've never read it, but read the Bible. I hear that's supposed to be a real good book, a big seller. Read Atomic Habits. Read The Compound Effect. They're about little things and developing small habits that really can impact your life and make a difference. And, usually it takes a lot of time. But if you're willing to make big changes, and for me, a big change was not drinking alcohol for 7 weeks, or almost 7 weeks. I don't want to jump ahead. People out there are very sensitive about counting your days, and if you don't count them accurately, they get mad. But anyway, I feel good about that. And I've really shut off the news. And I've talked about that, and I keep regurgitating the same stuff. But for me, it's so important to avoid certain bad influences and, people that cause conflict in your life, and people that suck your energy, and habits that suck your energy, like the news or beer or smoking stuff. And all those things are yucky. And none of that's good for you. It can put a smile on your face, but it's a fake smile. It's a fake smile that, turns to regret or shame or guilt. At least it did for me at 2 or 3 in the morning, when I'd wake up feeling fuzzy and yucky and heart racing and crappy. And I'd encourage you to take some of those bad habits. It's even easier than picking up a good habit, is just removing some bad habits or bad influences or bad things from your life. And we all got them. We all got them. I had many. I had so many areas to improve, it was easy. So I'm improving, and I'm feeling better, and I'm feeling better just sharing this 23 minutes that I've shared with you. And I'm feeling better that you guys have tuned in and care about me. I had people reaching out because I said I was going through stress this afternoon, worried about me. Stress is natural, and anxiety is really natural for me. I don't want it. I'm learning how to cope with it better. But one of the coping methods I use is kind of accepting it and assuming when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to feel a little better. And if you're a prayer, you talk to God, And we all have friends. And if you don't have any friends, you can call me. My number is 630-697-0536. It went dark on me again. Because nobody should feel alone. One thing I'm blessed with is I've never felt alone. I've had, been blessed with a large group of friends that, stick by me through good times and bad. And sometimes I go through a lot of bad times, and I don't know why they're sticking by me, but I love them for doing it, and I appreciate them for doing it. And I get kind messages from you guys, and I'm trying to hopefully let you know you're not alone. And we all go through some struggles at times, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Sorry to be so cliche, but there is. And it can start tomorrow. You don't have to wait till your problems are fixed to feel better. You can start feeling better tomorrow. And all it really is taking that first step and just committing to being a different person, being a better person, and working towards that. If you're overweight, you can't, it's going to take some time to lose some weight, but you can commit to, being in better shape and take that first step tomorrow, literally take that first step. And, if you're, angry and hate yourself. Give yourself some grace. Forgive yourself tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Do it tonight. Don't wait. Life's too short to wait. You know, I got friends, I'm 53 years old. I got friends that are having heart attacks and dying. You know, we all could, can keep up the good work. Thank you, Rob Murphy. I appreciate you. I've known so many people on this stream for so long. I don't know how long I knew Rob Murphy. I don't know, 30 years at least, 35, something like that. But that's pretty cool. But do it tonight. Take that first step. Keep me posted. Jack Taylor, if you're watching, you were all excited. You watched one of my videos and we're all excited when you were going to start walking to work every day. Are you still walking to work? I told you I was going to be your accountability partner, and I was a great accountability partner for 3 days. But to be honest, I can't want it. You got to want it for yourself. And you got to, I gave up drinking. It was pretty damn easy because I didn't do it for my friends. I didn't do it for my wife. I didn't even do it for my kids. I did it for myself because I knew I felt shitty drinking. Ooh, poopy drinking. Shoot, I shared these on YouTube. I'm not going to be able to say it's for kids. But I knew I felt bad drinking. So I changed for myself. And it gives you power to do it. Because if you're changing for somebody else, you're probably going to resent somebody else. And you're going to be mad at them. Dang, my wife's not letting me have a beer tonight. And you're going to be pissed off at them. And that's stupid. So do it for yourself because you're worth it. We're all worth it. Even if we're down or stressed or anxious or depressed, we're all worth it. And we all deserve to forgive ourselves, because we've all sinned, and I've sinned a ton. But forgive yourself. And because if you don't, you're just going to carry that into tomorrow, and you're going to have the same dang bad habits you had, today and yesterday and the last week. You're going to bring them into tomorrow, and don't do that. Start off tomorrow with a clean slate. It's a new day. It's a Monday. That's a great day to get things started. But again, when you lay your head down, and I'm going to end this within 3 minutes, I promise. When you lay your head down on the pillow tonight, feel some gratitude. Feel good. Feel good that your head's on a comfortable place. You got a roof over your head, hopefully. You got a nice warm blanket. Maybe you got a loved one next to you. And feel good about all that. And if you get stressed or you're feeling cruddy, hey, Ken, I'm Kim. I just had somebody from Aflac in Geneva send me a friend request. I'll probably accept her after the show. Sorry I interrupt the show with it. But feel good and be kind to yourself. Because I think that's the biggest problem most of us have. And I know it was my biggest problem. I was probably drinking to, soothe the guilt I felt about being a poopy human being. And that's just silly. So I think you got to learn to forgive yourself. And I probably say this. I sound like a broken record. But I mean it. And it's important. And, so much of us carry guilt and carry, our woes into the next day and the next day and the next day. And don't do that. Forgive yourself and be kind to yourself. But get started. Do it tonight. Do it tonight. And you don't have to go run a mile or 10 miles today, but just feel better about yourself tonight. When you put your head down, I don't know, feel gratitude and enjoy it. And feel forgiveness for yourself. So I'm going to leave you with that. Your new word is poopy. I think it's a good word. I slipped. I'm going to try and post this to YouTube. I want to thank you guys for watching. I can't believe I've had a nice audience this whole time. And that means a lot to me because it means you care about me and hopefully you care about yourself because you're willing to set aside a half an hour and listen to me talk about my problems. And that's funny. But I appreciate it and it means a ton to me. And it shows me you guys care about how you feel and how you're doing and how you want to feel going forward. And hopefully you want to be a better person because I'm striving to be a better person every day. I'm far from perfect. I'm so far from perfect, it's ridiculous. But I'm headed that way. Never will get there, but I'll get closer. And I'll get a little closer tomorrow and a little closer the next day. And I don't know, by the time I'm 120 years old, I'll be pretty dang good. So anyway, it's 9:29. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'd love to hear your messages. Send me messages. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how often you want me to do this, because I could do this every night. I enjoy it. I could do it every night. But if you'd like it a couple days a week or Sundays and Thursdays, I'm not going to stop doing my Saturday morning coffee with Ken because I love doing that and that always feels good and it's a great way for me to start my weekend. But I'd be curious how often you want to hear me talk. I appreciate you guys for reading my post. I try and create something a little bit beautiful every day. I hope I do. Hope it inspires you guys a little bit and hopefully shares a little bit about myself. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you for the love and support you give me, the kind messages you guys send me every week. I'd love any feedback, love any input you have on what you want from me or what you'd like me to do with this show. I appreciate you. Go Bears. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great night.